Okay, so today in this tutorial we're going to go ahead and do the denim jean front and back shape. So you're going to open your file, select file, place your template, go ahead and lock that layer and call it your template layer, and if you want to dim it you can, so you could see your progress a little bit better, which is what I did. I dimmed it to 40%, and go ahead and create a new layer and call it your shape layer. Go ahead and get your pen tool and make sure that you have no fill and black stroke only. Also, we're doing the bottom, we don't need the torso, so we're just going to zoom in and focus more on the bottom part. Most jeans are low rise today, so this is too high of a guideline, but we're going to do a mid to higher rise just to show you a standard denim jean. If yours happens to be a much lower rise, you can start about here, a little bit lower. Just don't go too low. Remember, here's the crotch area, so you can only go so low. So we're going to use this guideline as a starting point. The next point is going to be the fullness of the hip. So I'm going to click and drag. Get a nice curve. Click on my last point. Next click is going to be around the thigh area. Click and drag. Click on my last point. And my last point, my second point or next point will be at the bottom of the pant. Then on the other side. And then up where the crotch is. Okay. Now, before I mirror, this is a chance to make necessary changes. So it's good to zoom in. Always the first part you should check is right on the top here. Make sure that you started correctly. Make sure that this isn't pointing. You want a nice soft curve. My curve is nice here, but sometimes people have it and it's a little pointy. If that's the case, you can go ahead and either click off it and click with the white arrow and play with the handles if you want. You can also go ahead and select the anchor point tool, so you can go ahead underneath your pen, anchor point tool, click and drag the handles a little bit and get you a nice curve. Mine happens to be okay, so I don't need to change it. You can also use the Reshape tool. You can also use the Smooth tool if that helps you. It's underneath the pencil tool, and if you need to soften a little bit, it's a little too pointy, that Smooth tool is great. Okay. Once you are done and you're happy with that, the next place you should look at is the bottom. Most jeans, this is like a regular kind of width pant, but most jeans are skinny legs, so you can go ahead and bring in the bottom just a little bit, not too tight, but just enough that it resembles more of a skinnier leg. Okay. And the last point that last area that you want to zoom in is the crotch area. And you want to make sure that you didn't cross over that mirror line. And since I wasn't zoomed in enough, I'm almost even past it. And you want to make sure you're not, because once you mirror, it'll cause some crossover, some overlap. Okay? And that can cause a problem when you join. So you want to make sure that you're at the line or right before it, not past the line. Okay, so you're going to zoom out and you're going to go ahead and we're going to reflect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with my black arrow or my selection tool. I'm going to select my entire half. Then I'm going to go ahead and go to my reflect tool. And I recommend that you zoom in. And when you click reflect, press Alt first and reflect right, smack in the middle of that center line. Vertical, copy. Okay. You should see your other half right there. Okay. Next, you want to make sure that this is an enclosed shape. So you're going to go ahead and get your selection tool and go ahead and marquee select and right click join. If you notice, it didn't join on the top because it actually did the crotch first. So you're going to have to right click again, join, and then it'll do the waistline. Okay. So now I have my overall shape. The front waistband will dip down, so I'm going to zoom in. And again, you have your two choices. You can add anchor point tool right in the middle, down arrow key, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clicks is pretty standard. And then you can go ahead and anchor point tool and create a nice curve and twist. Okay, nice curve. Or what you can also do is with the direct selection tool or the white arrow, marquee select that line and go ahead and go with the reshape tool, which is under the scale tool, and bring it down as well. Okay, and it'll curve it. So it's entirely up to you which way you want to use it. Okay, and we do want to show the inside back, so we're going to go ahead and with the white arrow or direct selection tool, select the line, Control C for copy, Control F for paste in front, right click join. And we're going to leave it straight. Now we don't want those spiky things, so we're going to take that black arrow, select the jean shape and the inside, and we're going to go ahead to our stroke menu, which is right here. And you're going to give it a round cap and round join, and that will take care of those little spiky things. And it's basically because of the sharpness of the angle. That's why you have that, okay, with the 1-point stroke. Okay, and that gives us our shape. Now, typically we go ahead and keep doing details, and then we'll make a copy once we're done. We'll make a copy, drag it out, and work on our back. However, denim jeans have different details on the front and back. They're very different. So it makes no sense to have to delete all those items. So for the denim jean, for the shape, we go ahead and make a copy. So select the entire shape. Okay, and that'll be our back because our front's going to be actually much different from our back. So for our back shape, all you have to do is get rid of that front line. So marquee select with the white arrow, delete, and you get rid of that line. Okay. As you can see, I don't have an enclosed shape, however, so you want to make sure that this line and the shape is connected. So you can either unite them. So you can marquee select with all, marquee select your entire shape and that top line and go with your Pathfinder menu and see how you have divide, trim, merge on the bottom, and you have unite, minus front. We've done minus front, intersect. You want to actually unite, and it will actually unite your entire shape. Okay. You can also join, go on side and side and join, but unite will do it all in one step. So now you have your back shape and your front shape. And now we can go ahead and go begin with our front details.